So basically with NMAP, I'm able to, as an attacker, let's say there's a device, or let's say there's a server that I want to get more information on and see if it's a viable target for any type of attack. I'll be able to use a tool like NMAP to figure out what kind of services are running and a lot of other information as well. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this room, and the first phase would be the enumeration phase. So basically, I'm going to be, it's kind of like reconnaissance. So pretty much scanning and enumerating our victim. So first off, we're going to launch a scan against our target machine. So here's the target machine. Let me go ahead and copy that. So we have our command nmap, which is the tool that we're going to be using for this. And then minus s, lowercase s, capital S. And then we can do minus p for the port ranges. And real quick, I just want to go over one thing so this makes a lot more sense to me. So scan is basically this part here, this minus ss, lowercase s, capital S is a scan. And basically this, I'm on NMAP's website, and this basically gives a great example of what the command actually does. If you see, there's the attacker here, and this is the victim machine. So let's say the attacker attempts to request port 22 connection to this device, to this let's say it's a server. So we'll see if SSH is open on this device. So the vulnerable server is going to respond and say it's going to do a SYNAC response. And usually what's going to happen, what's supposed to happen is once the SYNAC is sent, then this person is going to also send back another sync, and then the connection will be established. But instead, what the attacker is going to do, he's going to do RST, and he's going to say, never mind, forget it. And that's for other reasons and more detailed reasons why he chooses not to actually initiate the connection. But here, the attacker actually gets what he needs. He's able to find out that, yes, port 22 is open. And that's basically what this flag is. So we're doing minus SS and then minus P, and that this is basically the port ranges. And then we're just going to do basically the IP address, and the IP address is 10.10 180.255. Looks like I typed something wrong. May have typed the command in wrong. Let's see. Okay, I did incorrectly type that. So the Nmap scan is going to go through and give it some time to run, and we'll be able to see what's happening. So one thing I do notice is why it's taking a while, a long time, is because uh, it's starting the Nmap scan, but it could take some time. So let's say I'm not really in the mood to wait too long. I don't really have the patience to wait. Um, so and TryHackMe gives us a hint and shows us this particular flag for scanning. But there's also another type of scan that we can do, which will give us the information we want a lot faster. So we can basically do Nmap again minus A, and this will enable operating system and version detection. So it'll tell us the operating system and the version detection. And then we'll do minus T4. This is going to be key here. Minus T4. And this is just basically for faster execution. If we go to the Nmap man page, we can see the top. So we do M minus T4 is for faster execution. So basically we're going to do minus T4 and then same thing. Let's do minus P for port ranges, and then the IP address is going to be the same 10.10.180.255. Legal argument. Did I do capital P? Yeah, I did a capital P. Caps lock was on. So let me fix that. Thing about Linux is very case sensitive, so gotta be careful. So starting Nmap, let's see. It takes a little bit longer. Yeah, it still looks like it's gonna just make us wait. So let's see. Okay. It's time. Percent. Some more we keep pressing it and it just keeps going. All right. All right. So after a little bit of patience and some modifications to our command, we're able to get information about the vulnerable IP address target machine. And so I basically added, I changed the T level to T5. And if you look on the man page, I was doing some reading while it was loading and I saw that. So they have I believe they just call it T level. And basically it means like the higher the T level, the shorter amount of time it will take to scan. So I just changed it from T4 to T5. I'm trying to find out where it says that. See, it's the time template. So and it's 0 to 5. So I changed it from 4 to the highest, and higher is faster. So that was able to help me get it faster. And then I also added -pn. I probably didn't have to do this though, but I added that. And it's, if you go here, it pretty much says no ping This option skips the NMAP discovery stage altogether. Normally, NMAP uses this stage to determine active machines for heavier scanning. By default, NMAP only performs heavy probing, such as port scans, version detection, or OS detection. That's the search I did before. I did just a minus P, minus A, and then before that I did a different one. But anyway, that's beside the point. So we finally got the NMAP scan complete, and from what we can see, we have some open ports. And as an attacker, this is perfect. We were able to find out from just the IP address which ports are open. So we see that we have NetBIOS open, MSRPC is open, and then a big one here is 3389, which is like remote desktop connection. Um, so once we've completed the scan, we'll see a number of interesting ports open on this machine, as you may have guessed. So what port is this open on? So Microsoft Remote Desktop is port 3389, and it's open. So we'll go ahead and move on. What service did NMAP identify as running on port 8000? What service did NMAP identify? Let's see what the hint says. So let's go back. Let's look for ports 8000. And let's see what we get. Port 8000. Don't see anything yet, but we can always change our search to get that. But I am gonna be able to answer one of these questions. What does NMAP identify as the host name of the machine? So the host name, so the NetBIOS is dark PC, and then the computer name also shows dark PC, and it shows the work group. So, and then also that 8000 I was looking for is right here as well. So it's an IceCast streaming media server, which is interesting. Media. Looks like there's a common exploit for this. IceCast application running on allows for a buffer overflow exploit. An attacker can remotely gain control of the victim system by overwhelming the memory on the system. So it's the IceCast. So it's a vulnerable server, media server. So let's see if we can answer that. What service did NMAP identify as running on port 8000? So we can type in IceCast. Correct. All right. So what does NMAP identify as the host name of the machine? And I think it was dark PC. And it says all caps PC. All right. So enumeration is done. So as an attacker, I see which ports are open. I see that port 3389 is open, which is going to be big in the coming tasks, I believe. And then, we also see that he's using a IceCast streaming media server. And this is all just enumeration. So this is helping the attacker, which is myself, gather information. I see the host name as well, which is helpful. And basically, I can, continue on with my attack.